Today we're reviewing the huge 75-inch LG QNED Mini LED TV, and that's coming up right after this. The 75-inch QNED Mini LED TV is a great TV for all types of media, and it makes good use of many technologies. Before we get started, like the video if you're a fan of LG, and let me know in the comments what country you're watching today's video from, and if you haven't already, then hit subscribe now so you don't miss a thing in the future. Full disclosure, this video is sponsored by LG. They've sent me this TV for free and they are allowing me to keep it. So this TV is the 75QNED916PA. It's a 4K Ultra HD TV. Its name comes from the use of quantum dot nanocell technology, which provides rich and accurate colors, along with a mini LED backlight for intense contrast, deep blacks, and great brightness levels. The panel is of course 75 inches diagonally. It's got a resolution of 3840 by 2160, and it's got an aspect ratio of 16:9. It's a 120Hz panel with support for Dolby Vision, HDR10 Pro, and HLG. Thanks to the QNED Mini LED technology, we've got great overall brightness, some very impressive contrast, along with bright, vibrant, accurate colors. We've got plenty of image presets to choose from Vivid, Standard, Cinema Home, Cinema, Game Optimizer, and Filmmaker. We've also got separate memory presets for HDR and standard content, so you won't have to keep changing if you prefer different presets for different modes. And of course, we've got advanced settings for those that want to go in and fine-tune that picture to your exact liking. With these technologies together, we really do get a brilliant quality picture that performs well in all scenes. In colourful daytime scenes, we've got the bright, rich, accurate colors. In nighttime scenes, we get the deep blacks, and then in mixed scenes, we get great dynamic range. With Full Array Dimming Pro, we really do get those deep blacks and crisp edges, and it stops any of that light bleeding through. Now for those into movies, it of course comes with the Filmmaker Mode, and this will turn off motion smoothing while preserving the original aspect ratios, colors, and frame rates to display the movie in the way it was originally intended. For sport, we've got Motion Pro, which delivers an incredible experience for all your sporting content, and for everything else, we've got the A7 Gen 4 AI processor. Now this uses machine learning algorithms to analyze and optimize the content. All of these optimizations are done automatically, so you can just enable the feature and sit back and enjoy the content. This also helps deliver great 4K upscaling on the 1080p content, and even when being displayed on this huge 75-inch panel, it's still very enjoyable and delivers good quality video. Being a 120Hz panel and supporting the latest HDMI 2.1, it means that if you're on the next gen gaming consoles, you can play 4K at 120Hz. It has the Game Optimizer mode, which delivers a 1 millisecond response time, giving you a very responsive experience and a bit of an edge over competitors playing with slower latency. We've also got plenty of choices within that Game Optimizer, where we can choose from presets that suit the game, as well as adjust the black and white stabilizers and the frame rate. We can reduce blue light, turn off low latency if we want, and we've also got AMD FreeSync support. The Game Optimizer is of course the best choice for gaming, but for those who prefer, you can use any of the other picture modes. Gaming experience has been incredible with this TV, with its rich colors, high brightness, and incredible contrast. I've tried multiple different games from racing, shooters, football, and platformers, and the 4K 120Hz experience is incredible. Having a high resolution along with a high frame rate just makes for a much more enjoyable experience, and it's pretty much the best you can get from a console today. For connectivity, we've got a total of 4 HDMI ports with 2 on the side and 2 on the rear. Now 2 of these are HDMI 2.0 and the other 2 are HDMI 2.1, and these are the ones you need for 4K at 120Hz. We get 3 USB 2.0 ports with 2 on the rear and 1 on the side. We've got an optical out and 2 RF ins, along with a line out and the headphone out. We've got a common interface slot on the side of the TV, and it supports Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 5.0. The TV has a 60-watt downward firing 4.2 channel speaker system, and overall the performance is good. We've got AI sound options from LG, as well as many other presets such as Standard, Cinema, Clear Voice, Sport, Music, and the Game Optimizer. It does well for built-in speakers, although these days most people are opting for surround or even a soundbar. The overall look of the TV is also great with slim bezels all round. The top and the sides are incredibly thin with just a tiny bit of a bigger bezel on the bottom. It's also a pretty thin TV, meaning for those wall mounting you can get it right up close to the wall, and it also comes with a center stand, so if you're not going to be wall mounting this TV, then you don't really have to worry about the size of your TV unit, as it's going to be held from the center instead of the edges. Now the TV is of course powered by LG's WebOS, which is fast and responsive and just a pleasure to use. It's got a built-in web browser and plenty of apps to choose from for all your popular media streaming services. The A7 Gen 4 processor does a good job at powering the OS. It's fast and snappy in pretty much all aspects, and the only time I found any stutter is when initially loading the homepage. For a second or two, there's just a slight bit of stutter when switching between items, but this is while it's loading the content for all of the recommendations and apps, but after that, it's just a smooth experience. When it comes to the remote, you've also got all the buttons you need. You've got the numbers, colors to navigate, and shortcuts for Netflix, Google, Alexa, and more. There's an up, down, left, right center pad with a scroll wheel in the middle, and I find this to be very useful for navigation, especially on the web browser. It also works as an air mouse, so you can simply point and click at the screen, and this is also useful for typing or again using the web browser. And then we've of course got a voice button, and this opens apps and performs other tasks by talking into the remote, and again this works incredibly well, so we'll just take a look.
Open TT Technology YouTube.
Overall, I've been very happy with this TV. I've been using it in my front room for a few months now, and the high brightness levels really help for daytime watching and gaming, where I've got the curtains open letting light come through. With your gaming, watching movies and TV or sport, you're always going to have a great experience, and you get to enjoy it on a large 75-inch display. But that's pretty much it for today's video. Of course, I've placed links down in the description below for this TV, and there's also a huge OLED sale from LG going on, so I've placed a link for that as well. But thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, smash a thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down twice, and I'll see you guys in the next one.